like people.
Yeah, and I think the top of the conversation is just kind of about being smart about the kind of content we consume. We can talk specifically about fitness, and I think that's where we'll structure it. But like knowing who you're following, is the information that they're giving out genuine? Are they just trying to sell you a product? Are they just trying to entertain? Is it genuine? Is it real? Is it quantifiable?
Yep.
Is it something that's actually going to help you? So kind of curating the kind of content that you're bringing in and that you're consuming will be beneficial because there is a lot of information out there. And I think on one end, there's positives to the amount of people that are in fitness because it allows a lot of people to see a lot of good fitness influence. Right now we're saying influencers, but a lot of good fitness influence, which is positive, right? So if we have more people working out, that's good for everyone.
Yeah, of course.
More people exercising, more people thinking about the way they should exercise, more people just moving in general because maybe they're getting on their phone, they're seeing that, hey, there's this girl that I follow or this guy that I follow is doing this workout. I'll try this workout. That's great. I think that's a positive for just health trends. It's positive for health and wellness in general. So the more people that are working out, exercising is good in general because we'd want to see more people just exercising. But I think on the other end, there's definitely negatives to the amount of people that are now just in the industry and calling themselves kind of personal trainers or calling themselves fitness people.
Yeah. I think right off of that, training specifically, it's a very low barrier to entry.
Yep.
Anyone can take a picture of their body or say that they did a workout and it got them XYZ and promote it and sell it, which it might be helpful, might not be, but I think it based off a little chat we just had. Let's define influencer, right? Because the word influence is you're kind of catering, right? Pushing, promoting toward a certain population of people, right? What is influence, right? Something you can have over someone, control you can have, some push you can have. So I think let's define, right, influencer versus what we may call ourselves, right, trying to be professionals of an industry, entrepreneurs, yeah, but even prior to that, kind of just real fortified people that have try to get as best of an understanding and a knowledge backing in an industry, right? And I think that influencers have become almost in concept of definition having the most credibility, right? Or being the most educated. And I think that's a problem for kids, 10 years old, 12 years old to 18, 19, 20 years old that aspire to be something or do something, especially in like a bodybuilding community or something with the misleading amount of information, stuff like that, as opposed to someone who's a practitioner with a big following. Right, someone who is knowledgeable, a scientist, an entrepreneur that has a big, a real built business and a big understanding of what goes on behind the doors, rather than just post. Oh my God, my following is 500,000.
Yeah,
the kid sees that as credible, and that's where all their information comes from now.
Yeah,
right.
And I think the distinction there, when we're what is an influencer, I think you have to go with the times and what social media kind of pushes as the typical influencer. So if I'm going to kind of define that, it's going to be typically a person that unfortunately is skewing on that side of the lack of credibility, and they're pushing just products that they're getting paid to push because they have a big following. I think there are obviously there's gray area here, and there's a lot of people that can consider themselves an influencer, and they are trying their best to qualify products and give real information to people. But I think there's less people doing that than there are people just taking a check or taking some money from a company to push a product that they may not even use or that they don't really care about.
Yeah, and I think the difference of like money and looks drive the world, not so much real education, evidence, science, right? It's like following the doctor of whatever. And there's even some doctors that can become influencers leveraging their title and pushing some type of diet, reform diet, way to live, whatever, when there could be studies that go against it, other people and doctors that go against those doctors, right? Same thing as there are health and wellness practitioners, fitness gym rats, people that just post for the views, for the money, instead of after like posting for the education, for the real influence of education, instead of the influence of just following and money.